Welcome back, folks. Hope your Tuesday didn't sting too bad after that brutal sell-off we just witnessed.
Sting is, putting it mildly. That was something else.
Yeah, markets got completely slammed on some fresh geopolitical heat. I don't think we saw it coming this aggressively last week.
No, not at all. And it just wiped out all of that early year progress.
Gone.
But, it wasn't a total disaster across the board. You had metals firing, and small caps were relatively resilient.
That's true. Setups are definitely evolving fast. And hey, before we get going, just a friendly nudge for anyone new here. Please note, none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just calling what we see happening in the charts as things develop.
It felt less like a correction and more like someone pulled the fire alarm. The Dow shedding nearly 900 points is one thing, but the NASDAQ sliding 2.4%, that's the floor just falling out from under that consolidation we were tracking.
Which brings us right back to those indecision candles we mentioned last week, those tight ranges.
Well, the market made a decision, and it was not the one the bulls wanted.
No. But you mentioned the divergence. Look at the small caps, the IWM. Big tech was getting hammered. But the IWM, down only 1.2%. I mean, compared to the carnage and growth, that's almost defensive.
It is, but technically the damage is done. Those dojis resolved lower, and we've pushed below key swing levels.
So we basically just reset the board to where we were before the new year kicked off.
Exactly. And you can see the panic in specific names like Palantir. We were watching that symmetrical triangle.
Like that breakdown in PLTR was violent. It really shows you that hoping is not a strategy, right? When a pattern like that breaks, you just don't argue with it.
And this is exactly where the discipline we talk about in the Grok Trade mentorship is so critical. You have to wait for confirmation. A lot of traders get hurt trying to guess which way the coil will snap, or worse, holding on emotionally after the breakdown.
Days like today are precisely why you have risk protocols in the first place.
For sure. To protect your capital.
So let's talk about the catalyst here, because this really wasn't about data or earnings.
No, this was pure headlines. It was all about Trump's renewed tariff threats targeting European allies.
Right, and specifically revolving around Greenland, which to some people might sound like a really random headline.
It does, but there's a deeper leverage play. It's pure geopolitical chess. This is not just about buying an island.
It's about what's in the island.
Exactly. The strategic resources, the rare earth minerals. He's using tariffs as the stick to force Europe's hand on a territorial deal.
And the market absolutely hates that kind of uncertainty.
It triggered a risk repricing. Basically, investors realized the global trade environment just got a lot more hostile than it was yesterday, so they demanded a discount.
Just a quick reminder again, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, please do drop it in the comments. We want to know what you're looking at to make these videos more relevant as possible, and we'll do our best to talk about what we see in a future episode. And as always, drop a like if you appreciate these market summaries, and click subscribe too so you can stay updated.
So when that risk repricing hits, liquidity tends to dry up everywhere. And we saw that spill right into crypto.
Yeah, Bitcoin couldn't escape the gravity. It dipped briefly below $90,000.
And it's failing to hold those key 20 and 50-day moving averages. So it's effectively falling right back into that messy multi-month churn.
But then you look at where the money did go. Gold and silver, they rocketed.
Classic textbook panic behavior.
Oh.
That is the flight to safety trade happening in real time.
So while Bitcoin acted like just another risk asset and sold off,
gold and silver acted like insurance. We even saw platinum showing some breakout potential.
It's such a clear signal. Big money is parking cash in hard assets to ride out the storm.
And days like today really underscore the need for disciplined risk protocols. It highlights why intermarket awareness is so important.
Seeing where the money is flowing.
That's it. And that structured edge is really what our Grok Trade mentorship delivers, with full support until the investment is recouped.
So it really clarifies the picture. Today was a fear-driven flush.
A total flush, tied to tariff headlines.
So the question for everyone listening is pretty simple, isn't it? Is this a knee-jerk reaction you fade and buy? Or is this the start of a deeper correction now that supports are broken?
That's the debate. If we don't reclaim those swing levels quickly, we could be looking at lower targets.
So what's your plan on the tariff noise? Are you hedging, fading the panic, or just sitting tight? Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.